Welcome everyone. Today we're looking at the year 2026. The introduction to social and professional issues and IT landscape has shifted beneath our feet. We aren't just tech support anymore. We are the governors of a digital ecosystem. Today we'll explore how your role is evolving from building tools to governing intelligence. So for our core social and professional issues, we have the course code SP321. Our learning objective is to introduce the social and professional issues, discuss the expectation of the course, the meaning of social issues as well as the professional issues, and identify what are the social issues as well as the professional issues. What is social issues? So it's a problem that affects many people within a society. It is a group of common problems in present-day society and ones that many people strive to solve. It is often the consequence of factors extending beyond an individual's control, while professional issues are issues of debate about ethical or practical conduct that underpin good professional practice. The 10 social issues computers have created are communication breakdown, defamation character, identity theft, it's very rampant in social media, cyberbullying, gaming addiction, privacy, health and fitness, education, terrorism, and crime. While the professional issues, the challenges facing IT professionals are workload. It's very rampant if there are so many manual work. So the workload is very heavy. So we have the cybersecurity, the skill gaps that we will tackle that later. Digital transformation, cloud computing, hiring, budget, leadership support, analytics and data management, automation, project management, and career growth. So the next topic is the IT professional in 2026, the shift to governance. So we will tackle the evolution from builders to governors. What are our objectives? We will trace the evolution from builder to governor. Define the modern professional, skills versus responsibilities, and navigate IT roles in the age of automation. So what is professional? It is written in our PLSP. The letter P stands for professional. So today we aren't just looking at new tools, we are looking at fundamental identity shift and IT. So in 2026, our value is no longer measured by what we build with our hands, but by how we govern the systems that build for us. So what are the characteristics of being professional? It is a specialized body of knowledge, public trust, and a commitment to a code of ethics. What are the stakes? If architect's mistake might bring down a building, so if there's an error of planning, so the IT professionals mistake, they used biased AI or data breach. It can bring down a democracy or a global market. So the evolution of Great Evolution 1990s to 2026 is the mechanic era. So what happened there? It's composed of hardware-centric on-premise servers, while the builder era, it's cloud migration, it's the SaaS and DevOps. We will tackle that later on. It's just only an overview. So what's the governor era? That's today. We are orchestrating AI, automation, and distribute ecosystems. So as we transition into 2026, we realize that building everything from scratch is no longer efficient. We move from laying the bricks to designing the entire city layout. So a governor doesn't necessarily write every line of code. They define the guardrails. You are now the gatekeeper of security and the navigator of digital ethics. So the builder is the traditional one from 2020 to 2024. The builder, they use manual coding and scripting, building infrastructure from scratch, focus on getting it to work. While the governor, it's emerging starting 2026, supervising AI-generated code, example, the GitHub Copilot, managing cloud-native, self-optimizing platforms, focus on reliability, security, compliance, and cost. So what are the key drivers of the governor role? The AI governance, ensuring AI output is ethical, secure, and compliant. The cloud optimization, FinOps, GitOps, managing complex hybrid multi-cloud environments, ensuring efficiency rather than just migration. The cybersecurity and resilience, shifting from adding controls to building secure self-healing systems. The intersectional roles, IT professional who bridge the between technology and business units. So what are those high demand roles in 2026? The new governors rather. So we are aiming that we are so that we are, have a high salary in the future. We will be AI, ML engineers and MLOps, building, deploying, and managing AI models. The cloud security engineer focusing on IAM or the identity and access management and zero trust. The data governance specialist ensuring data quality for AR ingestion. IT project manager crucial for managing complex digital transformation and vendor management. And the FinOps cloud cost architect optimizing cloud specialist. So we are aiming those and I hope you will be exploring what are those roles so that we will be ready in the future. So in order for us to be future ready and become a good we have the skills for 2026. So we should be literate. We have the prompt engineering. What is that? Is the ability to guide and audit AI systems. Data literacy, ability to interpret data for strategic decisions. And we have the interpersonal skills, the new hard skill. What are those? Collaboration, business understanding, and communication. And we have the deep adaptability, the ability to unlearn old methods. So defining the professional will compare skill sets versus responsibilities. So what are skill sets? That are the tools in your belt. And responsibilities are the house you're expected to build with them. Skill sets are your internal inventory. That's you, your talent, your competencies, knowledge, and behaviors you acquired through education and experience. What is hard skills? If you are teachable, measurable abilities like Python coding, financial auditing. What are soft skills? That's your interpersonal people skills. Example, you have your emotional intelligence, conflict resolution, and you can easily adapt. And portability is the skills that belong to you. If you leave your job tomorrow, your skills walk out the door with you. To further understand what is skill sets and responsibilities. So the origin is for skill sets is internal, while responsibility is external. And the nature of skill sets, the can, your capability, and this responsibility is the duty. You must do it. Then the focus of the skill sets are the personal growth, while responsibility is the organizational output. The example of skill sets, the proficiency in data analysis, while responsibility is the delivering the quarterly ROI report. So what is the professional gap? The most common friction in a career happens when these two are misaligned. If you're under-skilled, you have the responsibility but lack the skill set. This leads you to stress and burnout. If you're underutilized, you have high skill sets but low-level responsibilities. That leads to boredom and stagnation. Kasi masyado kang maraming skill, pero konti lang yung responsibility na ginagawa mo. So the sweet spot of a true professional is someone who uses their evolving skill set to expand their responsibilities, effectively making themselves more valuable to the market. So being professional, you should be aligned and vertical for your with your specialization. In the age of automation, the professional landscape is shifting from manual execution to system orchestration. As we move through 2026, the evolution of IT roles isn't just about new titles. It's about a fundamental redistribution of what humans do versus what machines handle. To continue, welcome and the why. So in 2026, the code isn't just a tool, it's a social contract. So what's the shift? In the 2000s, we built the web. In the 2010s, we built platforms. In the 2020s, we are building agents. So later on, you will discuss with me. You can name one piece of software that changed your life this week. Was that change entirely positive? Okay, let's continue. The 2026 context. Why the role is shifting. So AI as fabric. AI is no longer a tool, but an embedded layer in all application and infrastructure. What is agentic AI? That's new to us. AI is moving from answering questions to acting on them, autonomous agents. The double-edged problem, increased efficiency brings higher security risk and operational complexity. So what's the key shift? AI didn't kill jobs, it just killed tolerance and inefficiency. For, for the skill set evolution, the human plus stack, we will compare the ML ops and LMs as the automation layer or the technical part. So ML ops is the practice of streamlining the life cycle of machine learning models from development to deployment and monitoring. It ensures that ML models are reliable, scalable, and provide consistent value. While LLOps is a specialized subfield of MLOps, it focuses specifically on the operational requirements of large language models like the ones powering me. Because LMS are massive and often third-party, the focus shifts from training to tuning and integration. And we have the IAC, the using tools like Terraform, Bicep to automate the physical environment. A while ago, we talked about the technical part. Now we will talk about the analytical layer or the contextual. We have the AI literacy, knowing when to trust an AI-generated summary and with each hallucinating. So what's hallucination? It's not just a technical glitch, it's a critical educational concept. Hallucinations are not lies with recall intent, but are statistical merges because AI predicts the next likely word rather than looking up a database of facts. It prioritizes plausibility over truth. And data governance, managing the flow and quality of data, which is now the fuel for all automated systems. So what are those emerging roles in 2026 that we will be aiming for in the near future? So you will be an automation architect, and you should have a systems integration and AI literacy skill. You might be an AI ethics and governance lead that you can regulatory knowledge and have the philosophy. You can be agentic AI specialist. You know how to program using Python and agent orchestration. And a FinOps analyst that you know the skill about the cloud architecture and finance. And responsibilities are listed in this slide. So human layer, that's irreplaceable. We tackled a while ago the technical, then analytical, and now we'll tackle the human layer. So strategic empathy. So human understand the business pain point that a machine cannot feel. We have the conflict resolution, managing the professional gap as teams reorganize around new technologies. Ambiguity management, making decisions when data is conflicting or the path forward isn't scripted. So there is still human intervention, even it is already automated. Human is still there. That's irreplaceable. So the bridge. So the 2026 landscape, the rise of agentic AI, we're no longer just clicking buttons. We are delegating our will to machines. Global connectivity, your code written in a dorm room can be accessed in 190 countries with 190 different sets of laws. Climate responsibly, IT now accounts for a significant percent of global energy. Every line of code has a carbon cost. We should be prepared for 2026 and in the near future from coding to system design. We should have the AI orchestration and governance and compliance. So we will not go deeper because later on in our next chapter of our classes, we will discuss on that. To recapitulate, so we have the future of IT is not about being replaced. It is about empowerment. So you have your power if you are IT. So IT professional in 2026 is a strategic leader of intelligent automated systems. So outhuman the robot focus on creativity, judgment, and oversight. So uh, we can say that by do-it-yourself custom code solutions, you're agile because agile workflow which prepared you or us for the high-speed automation we use now. So then the transition, the shifting. So we have the builder era ended when AI and low-code tools became good enough to handle the construction, allowing us to move into governance. So we our case study